So let's start inside the box with Xam'd. This is the first collection, has the first half of the series, and then we've got the second half here. Although, to be honest, I only watched the first half. I need to finish this. Oh well. I don't have much to say about it since I haven't watched it, other than it definitely has a similar feeling to Eureka 7. Next up, we've got a Saikano, and I've got the smaller little box set here. This was a very, very, very haunting anime. That would be the best word I would have for describing it. And I also have the another love song OVA, or OVAs or whatever. And I'll be honest, I only vaguely remember certain things about that. Ooh, here is a very well-known important series, Cowboy Bebop. As you can see, I have the old individuals release. In fact, this is in one of the oldest part of my collection, so it's no surprise. If you're wondering if DVDs last long enough to be watchable, the answer is I was able to rip them and put them on the media server no problem earlier last year. And then I've got the special edition version of the movie. I wonder what that means, because I guess they might all be special edition, which doesn't make it all that special, does it? Next up is Tokyo Underground. And if I remember right, at the time I watched this, my impression was that it wasn't rated highly, but it was a pretty watchable and good series. Nothing about it that was spectacular, making it stand out as one of the best series out there. But basically, just enjoyable, well done, I thought. I don't know. It's one of those things where you can understand why somebody who watched it for the first time would probably consider that one of their favorite with nostalgia. I mean, this is the kind of thing where you can probably look back on and not be too insulted by the fact that you liked it. Jubei-chan is a series I really liked. It felt like it didn't take itself too seriously, and it wasn't trying to be a serious anime, other than certain points where it was okay. So I really enjoyed the humor, although it is a very odd form of humor, I guess. No, maybe not odd is the right word. But anyways, when I rewatched the first season, I really enjoyed it. And the second season was just as cool as I remembered it being. So overall, I've got a pretty high opinion of Jubei-chan. I guess we can include one more in here. Probably one of the... Okay, so I'm pretty sure most people would consider Cowboy Bebop to be the bigger mention of this release, but I consider Outlaw Star to be the bigger mention. I'm not exactly sure what it is. Basically, with Outlaw Star, something about it was just right, and I'm not quite sure what it was, because it has a lot of those elements that I am actually uncomfortable with in anime. I mean, like, one element that it shares with Cowboy Bebop is the poor protagonist meme, which I don't really care all that much about. But I liked Outlaw Star a lot better than Cowboy Bebop. I didn't hate Cowboy Bebop. It's just something about Cowboy Bebop felt like it was missing, and I don't know what it was. I can't put my finger on it. Outlaw Star just worked for some reason. And since there's not a whole lot of stuff on the list this week, I'm also including Angel Links, because don't know if y'all knew this or not, but it is in the Outlaw Star universe. Specifically, at one point in Outlaw Star, the crew gets they are arrested by Space Federation officers, a lizard man and a blonde-haired girl. Well, those two characters go on to do some other stuff in this anime. Although they're not the main characters, they're part of the main crew, so they're connected. And I have another Pokemon request. This time to show Pokemon Season 5, Master Quest. So, I'm having trouble thinking of the episodes that are specific to Master Quest, other than the stuff that I mentioned in my anime analysis when I watched it a couple weeks ago, within the last month. Otherwise, these boxes definitely feel old. Like they're barely held together in any case. I don't think there's anything worth showing in here. I guess kind of more Pokemon, but let's face it, there's just too many Pokemon to really say. But yes, this Pokemon. If you have a specific favorite, that's all good, but I don't want to show all 600 Pokemon here, especially since I don't even know what all the 5th gen Pokemon are. And the last anime DVDs inside the box are Speed Grapher. This one has a very unfortunate US release. I downloaded and watched the original, watched it as it was coming out in Japan, back when I was still doing downloading, and I really liked the opening, but that used the Duran Duran Girls on Film, and my guess is that it was just too expensive for Funimation to bring Speed Grapher over here and use that, so to the point where they actually wrote a new song for it. And to be honest, once you watch the opening to its original Duran Duran, yeah, it just kind of hard to compare. Oh well, so that's all the DVDs, but I was asked to show the manga, so let's go ahead and do that since I had most of those out anyway. Let's start the manga stuff by looking at the ones that are not with manga specifically. Here in the box set for Ghost Slayer Sayashi, there is, I guess, the first manga in here. It's unfortunate that I have to do this, but the box set is kind of unstable if it's not full like that, so I'm keeping everything in there. Let's see. I think I mentioned recently that the Nuku Nuku stuff, one of them came with this, which appears to be some sort of manga, but not in the form I'm used to seeing, so I don't know what to make of it. And I accidentally grabbed another DVD off the shelf here, so we'll just do that. And finally, I can't think of any other manga, but in the Alien 9 Ultimate Collection, there are, of course, 3 manga. The 3 for Alien 9. And of course, as I mentioned, assuming I can get these into their box, I also bought this week. Although I don't know if I'll be able to keep that with it. I'll have to find out later. Otherwise, the only other manga are ones that came with special editions. So we've got Gundam Double Zero. Wasn't somebody telling me I was pronouncing that just wrong just the other day? I'm sorry. I can't remember. Other than maybe being lectured. And you got 00 second season. I'm flipping these around to keep them in the order. One of the 00s came with this, which is 00F. And I don't recognize that character immediately. and I have no clue who that is. Looks like a Rei Ayanami clone, kind of. That's what I get for... I don't know. I think Gurren Lagann Volume 1 came with probably one of the limited edition Gurren Lagann things. And then the Code Geass stuff came... The limited edition stuff for Code Geass came with stuff. We've got 1. We've got 2. Then we've got Suzaku of the Counterattack 1. Which makes me think that there's a lot of Code Geass stuff for me to go out there and get. Because unless that Suzaku of the Counterattack is 3, then I don't have 3 and I really ought to get it. Maybe I should just read them and try and understand what in the world I have. Because we've got 4, 5, 6, and finally 7. So as you can see, my manga collection is not that big. I mean, it's just that. It's not too bad. It's just not too spectacular. If you're wondering why I don't collect more manga, first of all, I don't usually have much time for reading it. I mean, it was kind of... I went out of my way to read Alien 9, so I would be going out of my way to read a whole lot of it, when my goal is to watch anime and collect anime. The other problem would be, given how much cheaper manga are, I'll be running out of space if I try and do it. In fact, just collecting manga with DVDs has basically taken away a lot of my space. Oh well.